Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Celestial C888 and today we will be using the Mermaid Tarot deck for our tarot reading. And now without further ado, let us begin. Alright Scorpio, these are your cards and this is your general reading for the 4th week of October. That is October 23rd through October 29th, 2022. Now, first impressions that I have for you, Scorpios in a collective, and this doesn't necessarily have to apply for everybody, but as a collective, as I'm looking at your cards, I definitely feel for you, Scorpio, that you're trying to keep yourself at a standstill for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of work, maybe because of the school or a relationship, whatever it is that's going on, Scorpio, you're kind of trying to keep yourself at a standstill for whatever reason. Because the first card we have here is the Eight of Swords. Now, with the Eight of Swords, I would definitely say, you might feel tied up. You might feel like you can't move forward, but you actually can move forward. You just kind of don't want to move forward for whatever reason. Now, if this is about a relationship, if this is about work, school, whatever it has to deal with, I would say, you have to find new and creative ways to resolve the problem, whatever is going on, because no matter what, you can't stay tied up forever, Scorpio. In fact, for some of you, you might not even be tied up at all. You might already know how you can move forward. You just haven't actually taken the steps to untie the ropes and actually just walk away from these Eight of Swords for whatever reason. You kind of want to pretend like you're helpless or pretend like you really don't know what you need to do, when in fact you do know what you need to do. The next card we have for you, Scorpio, is the Three of Swords. And now, perhaps the reason why you haven't been moving forward or doing anything is because you know that this will mean pain. This card brings pain. The Three of Swords brings pain. Whether it's your pain or somebody else's pain, it can be either or. But perhaps, let's say, if it's like an ending of a relationship, whether that be a friendship, a business partnership, or a romantic relationship, you know that it's going to be painful to like end this relationship, that it's going to hurt. And maybe that's why with this Eight of Swords as your first card, you haven't actually moved forward when you knew you needed to move forward. You haven't done anything when you knew you needed to do something. But regardless of whether you do or don't do something, Scorpio, I definitely feel the pain is going to come regardless. Things move forward even if we don't want them to. So if that moving forward means that there's going to be some pain, then there's going to be some pain, Scorpio. Next, we have the Five of Wands in reverse for you, which tells me, Scorpio, that you need to get your thoughts in order. You need to get your focus back. Your focus, your thoughts, they're completely out of order right now. And again, it might be whatever situation that's going on where you're kind of just haven't made a decision, even though you need to make a decision. You haven't moved forward when you know you need to move forward. We're all on different journeys, and I can't, say for sure what the reason is why you're doing this, Scorpio. After all, this reading might not necessarily apply to all the Scorpios out there, but collectively, this is what's going on, Scorpio. You need to get your thoughts in order so that you can get your focus back. I definitely feel that you're kind of allowing yourself not to be as focused as you need to be. Perhaps with some of you, with this next card, the Ace of Swords in reverse, you kind of need to get away from like new information about your current situation. Perhaps you're hearing too much of, this is what your sister said about the situation, this is what your brother said, so what your aunt is telling you, this is what your friend is telling you. Whatever it is that's going on, you're kind of getting a lot of noise pollution, and you kind of need to walk away from some of it. Some of the information might be useful, but I definitely feel for a good amount of you in the collective, you're kind of just in the sense of just, I didn't need to hear all that. Like, I didn't want to hear all that kind of situation. And you guys, again, like I said, definitely need to know when to cancel it out, what you don't need to hear. Some of you might not speak to a certain person because they have certain information and you kind of don't want to know what they know. Again, this is this sounds vague, but it's a general reading for the collective, so it'll make sense to whoever it makes sense to, and whatever aspect of their life that it makes sense to. But yeah, definitely walk away from some unneeded information if that feels like it's necessary, Scorpio. Finally, not finally, next we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So I definitely feel, again, like I said, you guys are, again, trying to stay still when you have to move on, when you have to move forward. You cannot stay on the rock that you're sitting on forever. Eventually you gotta get up and like leave to the next thing. And again, I feel as if for a good amount of you Scorpios, whatever thing is going on, you kind of don't want to, because you know that it's going to be a big thing once it starts. But again, things have a way of just keep moving forward no matter if you want them to or not. And the last thing that you need to do is just stay in the same position that you are in now. With the last card you have, which is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, again, things move forward whether you want to or not. So the more you try to fight it, the painful it will be. So whatever the Three of Swords pain, it could be a little bit of pain now, but then you can move forward to the next thing, as and heal and move forward to the next thing. Or you can drag your feet and make the pain worse for you and for possibly those around you, Scorpio. This might not be just a one-person situation. I feel as if this is a two-person situation for a good amount of you in the collective. Maybe it is just a one-person situation. Maybe it is just about you. But I definitely feel for a good amount of you, this might be a two-person situation, and which is why you're kind of dragging your feet, which is why you're kind of trying not to move around, because you kind of feel like one false step and everything blows up in my face. And I can understand, not wanting that to happen, Scorpio. But regardless, things move forward whether we want them to or not. So how we handle it is how painful it's going to be at the end of the day. All right, Scorpio, that is your reading for the week. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from the community as we grow. Also, the October monthly readings are still available on the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.